My name is Stale Shady. Hi, my name is what? My name is who? My name is Stale Shady. Yo, yo, keeping it real. Good looking girl coming opposite way. There's my doggy. That's my baby. Hello. So, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the stalest of them all? Me, that's who. I'm the stalest one of them all. I can't help it. It just comes natural. So I couldn't do it. I tried to grow a beard like my boy, and it was a failed attempt. Face got too itchy. The other half did nothing but complain. So I broke down and broke out the razors. I wanted to slit her throat with the razors, but I shaved my beard off. No, I'm just joking. So, no bad news. Nobody close to me died today. So, I don't have terrible news. I have good news today. All good news. Hi, my name is Stale Shady. Hi, my name is what? My name is who? My name is Stale Shady. Now, just gonna follow the dog around today. After all these days, he don't even know what he wants. CJ Johnson. Yo. What's up, CJ? CJ, my man. CJ, or a person. I should never say man. Thank you for the like, CJ. Thank you so much. I don't have any bad news today, CJ. It's all good news. All good news. What could I say? It's good news. I was watching the news, and they're thinking about getting rid of the penny. They're going to eliminate the penny because it costs so much, CJ. It costs like 5 cents or 3 cents to make a penny. Back when they first started making pennies, CJ, it was a good deal. But now metals are so valuable, especially copper and zinc. It's such a valuable commodity metal, CJ, that they're going to get rid of the pennies. But it's going to have a major effect on a lot of people that kind of depend on that. Oh, by the way, they're thinking, nickels cost like 8 cents to make or 10 cents. So, just at a economic point of view, our government is losing money by making money, losing money by producing money. And if you're thinking about getting all your pennies and melting them down, which is a good idea, I think. You won't be able to get it professionally done because it's against the law. So, but just think, all those pennies, you could melt them down and they're worth twice as much. Say you get like 100 pounds in pennies. Well, then you got like $500 in copper and zinc. So that's a good idea, if you ask me. So they're getting rid of the pennies. But the problem with that also is a lot of charities really depend on these pennies. And they were showing little clips in the news on these piles and piles of pennies. Literally mountains you could climb up, tons and tons of pennies. And they said it comes out to like billions of dollars just in pennies. And that's a significant amount of money that these charities might be missing out on if they eliminate the penny. But I think people will be, they'll still have to donate nickels, that's all. But that is a possible problem. I just tripped over a log. It's a good thing I'm a hardy person. Tina! Yo, Tina. They're getting rid of the pennies, Tina, in the United States. And the charities are going to get all messed up because a lot of people depend on pennies. Can you say hi to Holly? Hi, Holly. Hello, Holly. Tina wants me to say hi to you. Hi, Holly. Holly. I like that name. That's a cute name. Holly. Nice name, Holly. Tina. Are you Christina or just Tina? You don't have to answer. I'm just babbling. Here, you want to see the river? There's the river. There's my dog. See my dog, Holly? Holly? Yo, that's a white Catahoula. Bet you never heard of a Catahoula dog, did you? I never heard of them until I got one. So they're getting rid of the pennies. Yeah, oftentimes I have bad connection. I'm sorry. Hopefully it'll come back in shortly. I hope the connection comes back in. I know, that's my baby. His name's Roni. I'm gonna clean that tire. I live in an area where there shouldn't be tires thrown in the river. And that makes me a little sad, but I'm gonna probably get that tire out of there and at least get it close to the side of the, where somebody can come grab it. But I live in a beautiful area, Tina and Holly. And here, check this. That's the Lehigh River. It's considered a whitewater river. People do the kayaking thing on it. That's my doggy. My name is Richard. My handle is Stale Shady because people think I'm stale, but I don't think I'm stale. I kind of think I'm a down-to-earth kind of person. Not too stale. My friend's going in for eye surgery today. He wants me to get it. I said, heck no. I'll wear the glasses and trip over my feet. I don't want to go under some knife where I know somebody that got that laser surgery and they messed them up. You only have two eyes. Imagine going in for surgery on your eyes and they mess it up. So I said, no way. So my boy's at the doctor right now and they're sizing him up for what they're going to do on his eyeballs. Okay, Tina, I'll see you later. It was nice talking to you. Tell Holly I said goodbye. So, what else? So I was talking about these pennies over here. They're getting rid of the pennies, and it's really going to hurt the charities. See this? I want to show you something. My dog doesn't miss a trick. There's people right behind me. And now they're heading down toward the river. My baby don't miss a trick. My baby does the hanky-panky. So moving right along here with my story. So I was watching 60 Minutes and they're thinking about, oh, you're back. Good, I'm glad you're back. Give me that dog. Oh, no. Tina. I'm not going to give you my dog. You can pet him. You want me to give him a biscuit? I carry biscuits on me. I got a pocket full of biscuits and I'm headed for the parkade. Look, I got a biscuit. Want me to give the dog a little chunk of biscuit? I'll do it for you. Oh, thank you for subscribing. I'm going to give the dog a biscuit since you subscribed. There. I appreciate you subscribing. Because the more subscribers I get, the more people could watch this stupid show. Some people like it though, it's not that bad. Come on, son, let's go. So I'm really glad you subscribed. Get Holly to subscribe. Get her to subscribe also. Come on, son, let's mush. Mush. You ever hear mush? When they get the Siberian Huskies and they pull the sleds, the guy says, mush. Well, that's what I'm telling my dog, Tina. There. Oh, wow. Boy, you're on the ball, man. 783. You're quicker than I am. I was going to check that, and you answered my question. Thank you, Tina. Boy, the other day, some of my subscribers were teaching me acronyms, because I'm not good at acronyms, like LMAO. Now I know what that means. And THNKS. Now I know what that means. And what else? They were teaching me all kind of acronyms. So I was having fun with that. And they were telling me how you could write a whole sentence with just using letters, like the letter U and the letter R. Instead of writing YOUARE, you could just put the letter U and the letter R instead of UR. See, I'm an old fart, Tina. Very, very old over here. And I don't know any of this new stuff, this younger generation, but I'm learning. I've been live streaming now for about 2 weeks, and I'm finally starting to be able to relax around my phone. I couldn't do it in front of real live people. I could not do it. I would get all choked up and wouldn't know how to talk. My man's person Star's back. Do you build any new arts and crafts, Star? Any new arts and crafts? You got me interested. I started my hobby back up, Star. Breyer. Tina Breyer. And Breyer. Listen, Star. You got me interested in my hobby now. Because I watched you on your hobby. I'm going to start my hobby back up and I'm going to start making fireworks again. I cleaned out my shop yesterday. I found out something bad. Uh-oh, Tina. What? You don't have to tell me, but I'm trying to be happy over here, Tina. But if you want to confide in me, you can. Maybe I could cheer you up. I'm really sorry you found out something bad. I found out a couple bad things. No! Please don't say that, Tina. Please tell me you're kidding. Oh my God, that is bad. Hopefully they caught it in time, sweetie. Oh my goodness gracious. I'll say a little prayer for you. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us, and lead us not into temptation. Lord Jesus Christ, please help Tina through her difficult times. And I'm serious over here. You know, when two or more people get in front of the almighty powerful whoever, God or the universe or whoever you believe in, when two or more people get in front of the higher power, that higher power listens. That higher power listens. So I want Star and whoever else is paying attention to get in front of our higher power and wish Tina better luck. You are F.A. Can you say hi, Zay? I certainly can. Hello, Zay. Oh, you're joking. Thank God. Tina, I don't know if that was a funny joke, because I'm very truthful when I say things. But all right, I forgive you. I'm just happy you don't have it. Zay, you are a phrase. You're welcome. Hey, you want to really thank me? Subscribe to my channel, man. Then you could tune me in every day. I'm trying to walk with these reading glasses, and I'm tripping over everything in my way. Urfa Zay. I'm going to try to pronounce that. You are F.A. You are F.A. I'm starting to learn this. That's probably, so you're probably trying to say Y-O-U-A-R-E. So you are Zay. I'm just going to stick to Zay. Is that okay, Zay? Is that all right with you? Star, yo, Stale Shady. You going to change your name? Well, I'll call you whatever you want, Star. What's your real name? You don't have to say. Can I make up a name for you? Can I call you, let me call you Artie, short for arts and crafts, because that's what you like to do. Now, that's not a good name. Let's think of a cool name for Star, or you can think of one for yourself. But until you let me know, Star, I'm just going to continue to call you Star. But anyway, Star, I started up my hobby again because you gave me inspiration, Star. I saw all them cool projects that you had, and Stale Shady, me, is taking up his new hobby, which is fireworking, Star. I'm a pyrotechnician. I make fireworks, and I'm proud of it. Check out some of my old videos to see how good I am. It's Moon. I like that. Can I call you Moon? That's pretty cool. It has a nice chime to it. Moon. Star Moon. Let's combine them. Moonstar, or I don't know. I'm gonna have to think about that. Wait, I mean Moon. Star, Moon, Star. Okay. We'll get it. We'll think of something. Tina Kassab, what's up? You know there are not many people like you. I know, they broke the mold when they made me, Tina. I'm trying to be a nice person and relate to the whole entire planet. And a lot of people are kind of mean. There's a lot of great people out there, don't get me wrong. And I try to associate. Samurai subbed. I thought you were a sub already, Samurai. I thought you, oh my goodness gracious, Samurai. You don't have to say these nice things, but I appreciate them. Boy, oh boy, do I have such fun when I talk to all you, my subscribers. My goodness gracious. There's my Roni dog, Samurai. Roni the dog. Roni the dog. The doggy dog. You think a lot of people like me, Tina? That is so nice for you to say. Man, oh my shucks. Shucks, I'm getting all embarrassed. You're making me embarrassed. People like me. Everybody wants to be liked, you know, and that means a lot to me. If somebody likes me, wow, that really means a lot. So that's a nice thing to say. I'm sure a lot of people like you. You seem like an outgoing, fun person who will just chat with anybody. So a lot of people like you too, Tina. I'm sure they do. Everywhere you go, people probably gravitate toward you because you're probably a really nice, super nice person. I'll bet. Just by the way you're talking to me, I'll bet dollars to donuts that you are as nice or if not nicer than me. And that's saying something because I try to be nice. I try to be polite to people. I say excuse me and thank you. And I try not to take up the whole conversation and let them talk. Oh no, you have 110 subscribers. Okay, I think you're looking at something else. I think I got a little more than 110. But that's okay. I think you were right the first time, sweetie. I think you were right the first time, 800 and some. But it doesn't matter as long as I got you guys. So I was talking to Star, and Star's got these arts and crafts that they like to do, and they make real cool bracelets like this, but way nicer than that. They put all these cool things on the string. Can I buy a couple of them bracelets, Star? Can you mail me one someday? Because I think your work is really terrific. And you see these bracelets that I'm wearing here? I'm very superstitious. And I've always had one of these bracelets on since I've been around 25 years old. I've always had one on. So that means for like 40 some years, I've had one of them bracelets on because I think it gives you good luck. I'm very superstitious. Speaking about superstitious, you know what Friday is? This coming up Friday? I don't even want to say it. It's going to be Friday the 13th. And anybody who follows my live streams knows I hate the number 13. And especially Friday the 13th. I don't know how I'm going to get out of bed that day. I'm very superstitious. I don't even like looking at the clock when it's 13 after. I avoid looking at the clock. I try to stay away from that 13 so bad. So, you swear. You're pretty sure you're right about something, huh, Tina? Okay, well, I'll take your word for it. So Star's got me in my hobby again. I'm going to start making my fireworks again. And I cleaned out my shed. It was my shop, but then I made it a shed because I put a bunch of junk in it. But now I got all that junk out. I threw most of the junk away, and whatever wasn't junk, I put it in the other shed. So I got my shop back, and now I'm going to be able to pursue my pyrotechnique hobby. And I'm very proud of my work. I make beautiful rockets and I make beautiful fireworks. And not the kind like you get at the store, not the kind you could buy at a fireworks store. I make the real McCoy. Some of my shells took me like a month to build one shell. And I launch it out of a 6-inch mortar, goes up around 1,000 feet, shows that big umbrella, and then you get that big loud bottom shot, you know, that big flash. And then a second later, you hear the boom. That's called a bottom shot. I do the whole ball of wax. I do it. Stale Shady makes good fireworks. And there's a couple things I'm proud of in my life. I'm proud that I think I'm polite and I'm nice to people. I'm very proud of that. I'm proud of my kayaking skills. I'd like to do whitewater kayaking. I'm proud of that. And I'm proud of my pyrotechnic my firework making ability skills, and that's really about it. Everything else, I'm just mediocre. The most important thing is trying to be polite and be nice to people. That's my opinion. I think if you're nice to people and you put out good vibes, you're going to get good vibes back, regardless, Tina. I honestly believe that wholeheartedly. So, getting back to that penny story, come on, son, mush. You're going to mush now, you little, you know what? I got to walk over a log. Him to follow me. Come on, son, let's go. You know the deal. So they're going to eliminate these pennies because it costs like 4 or 5 cents to make a penny. And if the economy continues at the rate it's going, they're losing money because it's a lose-lose situation. So they're going to eliminate the penny. But then all the charities are going to suffer because some charities, people always give their pennies to charities, pets. You know, when you go to one of them stores and you drop your coins in one of them jars, people always unload their pennies because they don't even want to carry them around in their pocket. They seem so worthless to the everyday average person. But to the poorest people on this planet, that's like a lifeline. It really makes a big difference. And some of these charitable organizations are a little in a panic if they eliminate the penny because they depend on this charity. So I hope just for them alone, I hope they don't eliminate the penny, but they're talking about it. And so I saw that on the news. What else is going on in the news? I watch Inside Edition. You ever watch Inside Edition? They give you the scoop and they break it down pretty good. They got all the juicy stories. And it comes on twice a day. So if you missed it the first time, you come back the second time. I remember Wheel of Fortune used to come on twice a day. You ever watch Wheel of Fortune? And my friend would watch the morning edition. And then he would come over my house and he didn't tell us that he watched the morning edition. It was a rerun. So when they start doing the puzzles, he would always be able to solve the puzzles way before any of us. And I thought he was a genius. I'm like, dude, how the hell are you solving these puzzles? There's not even any letters up. And you're solving puzzles. And then he finally fessed up. This is going to be a hard obstacle, son, but we're going to have to do this, mister. There we go. That was a decent obstacle I just came across. So he would solve these Wheel of Fortune puzzles because he watched the morning edition. It was a rerun. I used to think he was a genius. Sometimes there was no letters even called, and he would solve the puzzle. But then I'm like, dude, you got to be cheating somehow. There's no way you can do this. And then he fessed up and said, yeah, I watched the morning edition of Wheel of Fortune. And that's how he was able to solve the puzzles. But he was one of them lucky people. You ever have a friend that's real lucky? I swear, I'm not making this one up. His mother, we were only like 16 years old. And this is a long time ago. And his mother gave him money to buy a lottery ticket. And she said, keep the change. So he bought a lottery ticket. I remember the number. I'll never forget. It was 235. And he played 235 the very first time in his life. And it came out. 235 came out that night straight. And here's a kid that's only 16 or 15 years old, wins $500. Siobhan. I remembered your name, Siobhan. Aha! I remembered. I wrote it down and everything. I wasn't going to forget it. You see, Tina, that's how important my subscribers are to me. You could even ask Siobhan that I went and got a pencil because they told me how to pronounce it. And then I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, and here I am. I remembered it. Oh, Siobhan, I am so into my fireworking. I feel like I started my hobby all over again because I'm so into it. I cleaned off all my ball mills and I'm making all fresh batches of black powder, and I'm going to make rockets, and I'm going to make all kinds of stuff, and I'm going to live stream it. I'm going to live stream this stuff on the weekends so a lot of people can watch me, because I think a lot of young people might be interested in on how to build fireworks. So I'm going to wait till I can get a fairly significant crowd, and I'm going to start live streaming on how I make my fireworks. But thanks for asking, Siobhan, because they turned out really nice. And it's all coming back to me now. I'm starting to remember how I did it. I got all my literature and all my recipe books on how to make certain things, and it's all coming back to me. There's a lot to it. A lot of numbers you got to memorize. Like, for instance, just to make black powder, it's 75, 15, 10. 75% potassium nitrate, 15% charcoal, 10% sulfur. It's all coming back to me. And so I'm making up fresh batches of black powder, and I'm going to start pounding out rockets and show you guys how I do it. I'm going to make spinning fireworks like in my videos, ground spinners. And when you add things to the black powder for your rockets or your spinners, when you add like iron filings or aluminum metals, that's what creates the sparks. Aluminum makes like a bright white spark. The iron filings make like an orangey type of spark. So if I shoot a rocket off, I could add iron filings to it, and it'll leave a long tail out where the thrust shoots out of the rocket engine. It'll leave a real long tail, and you'll be able to see it going up. And I'm going to try to time my live stream so I finish up the rocket as soon as it's pretty dark, and I'm going to shoot them off in the dark. Here, watch what I got across here. I'm going to show you something. Last time I did this, I got all wet. I'm going to take off my glasses so I don't... This might look easy to you guys. So I just crossed the stream. Did you see that deal? I'm an old fart over here. That wasn't easy for Richard. So I am going to make my fireworks and live stream it. And then I'm going to time it so it's right as it's getting dark. And I'll light the fireworks right there so you guys can see. What's he rubbing in? No. He's rubbing in something that's going to stink him up. Oh, no. Come on. I don't know what you know what dogs do? It looked like, I don't know what it was, but I guarantee it smells. And he was just rolling in it. That's what dogs do. They roll in smelly. Ooh, I can see it on the side of his face. So I'm going to have to hose him off when I get home. Little bugger. Something that smells awful. They want to get that smell on them. Siobhan's got the kitty cat emojis and the doggy emoji. 2 different kind of dogs and 3 cats. Very cool, Siobhan. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. You notice I shaved my beard off and cut my hair so I look a little bit more respectable for you guys. I was going to try to grow a beard like my man Clint, but I kept getting flack from everybody to say I look a lot younger when I shave all that stuff off. And I did it for you guys too. I did it for all you guys. Try to make myself look a little bit more respectable. Okay. And, oh, you know what else? Ever since I started this live streaming here, a couple people have discovered me. Old friends. And one of my old friends from like 30 years ago wrote something in my comments and he made a remark that only somebody that knew me personally would understand. So I knew it was him, and it was such a great feeling that that I got found out of the clear blue on my YouTube videos. You know, it ain't like Facebook or one of them other ones where you have all your friends that know you, that knew you your whole life. This old friend who found me lives hundreds of miles away. Haven't seen him in a long, long time. He somehow found me on the YouTube stream, and now we're talking again. Now, if that isn't cool, I think that's pretty cool. And I'm talking, and he's coming up with suggestions for me on some of the videos that I might consider making. And he has good ideas. I like his ideas, and I'm going to listen to him. He was always a very successful person, this guy who discovered me on the YouTube thing. And I'm definitely going to take his advice. He told me to make videos of my kayaking skills and teach him and show him how I do my maneuvers and stuff like that. So what I did right away off the bat was I got my life vest, my personal flotation device, my life jacket, you know, one of them things you wear on a boat. And I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to mount my phone to it. So when I go down the river, I'm going to have my phone like on my chest. I'm going to somehow mount the phone on my chest. And when I live stream and do things, make videos, you'll get like a first-hand perspective of it. Now, I already have a GoPro, but the GoPro won't work. At least I don't know how to work it. There are probably ways where you could Bluetooth it right to the phone. Maybe I'll figure that out, because I do have a GoPro on top of my helmet. And I do make videos of the river and all with the GoPro on my helmet. But I'm going to figure out a way to attach the phone to the front of my life vest, so I could perhaps maybe show you guys videos of my whitewater skills. All right, son, that's it. We're going back, mister. Come on. We got to go back. Let's go. We're going back. End of the road, Roni. I was born by the river. Take me to the river. Drop me in the water. How about rolling, rolling, rolling on the river. Proud Mary, keep on turning. Proud Mary, keep on running. Rolling, rolling, rolling on a river. And that makes a lot of sense to me, because when I flip upside down in my kayak, I got to learn how to right myself, and that's called rolling. So I'll be rolling on a river. Pretty cool, huh? Oh, in one of my comments, I'll put a picture, a still photograph of me going down some rapids. Maybe you guys can check that out. One of my other persons said that they liked the pictures I took of the river, this river right here. So and when I responded in the comments, I sent them a photograph of me kayaking down the river. And I hope they thought that was cool, and I hope you guys think it's cool. Boy, oh boy, do I like you guys, Siobhan. Man, what a great thing it is just to be able to talk to people every day and get to know their names and chat with them. And the people are into the same kind of things that I'm into. That's just a fun thing, man. Right off the bat. That is so fun. Man, nothing fake about it. You know, I try to be alive and not shut up. But it's real. What I say is genuinely from my heart. You know, and everybody exaggerates a little, you know, but I try to keep it on the up and up for the most part. So what I say is, you could take it to the bank. He's doing it again. He's doing it again. I'm afraid to let go of the leash. Oh boy. Look at this. He's very playful. My baby's very playful. He's got a stick. I gotta wait till he calms down before I grab that leash. He gets out of control. He's got it wrapped around his paw. He'll hurt himself. If he's not careful, you're gonna hurt yourself, mister. Be careful, son. Gotta be careful, son. Look at this. I love when he gets crazy like that. He gets really rowdy sometimes and excited. He's doing the dog stuff. You're right, Siobhan. He is doing the dog stuff. I don't want him near that river, especially where that tree is down, because there's a strong current there. And if I'm not careful, bad things might happen. Want me to give him another bone, Siobhan? That'll calm him down. I got biscuits on me. Ronnie! Look, Daddy's got a biscuit. Oh, he loves that. Yeah, that makes him happy. I bribe him, Siobhan. I gotta bribe my dog. Can you believe this? He just won't listen to me from the get-go. I gotta bribe him. Tina, you too, and Samurai, all you guys, and Star, and Zay, all you guys. And we started this whole thing out with CJJ Johnson. I was the very first one that said hello. So hello. All good news today. Today is June 3rd. It is a Tuesday, I'm pretty sure. And the weather is finally starting to feel like summer after that cold, wet May. It's finally getting where it's supposed to be weather-wise around here. Ooh, I see a trail. I'm gonna try to walk up this trail and get to the bike path. Maybe, we'll see. I'm gonna do what the dog wants to do. So everybody's happy. I want to keep it. It's important I keep my doggy happy. Really, that's the most important thing. Keep the doggy happy. Look how they kick. They stir up their scent. Sort of imitating a cat a little bit when they do that. You know how cats bury their mess? Well, I think that's what dogs do, but they don't bury it quite as well. Matter of fact, no, it's funny. Sometimes I get behind him and he kicks it up on me. At least it's only leaves and dirt. Thank God he doesn't kick the actual material up on me. So, yeah, man. Stale Shady's in a good mood, and when I'm in a good mood, I can convey it to all you guys, all you all, and that makes me oh so happy. I'm so happy. Dun, 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 dun. The committee. Dun, 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 and honor me. I'm so funny. Oh, so funny. Feel like running and jumping for joy. Ever hear that song? From West Side Story? Probably not. Definitely not. But I'm always trying to make up words to something. I love misconstrued song lyrics. I love when people are so off with the song lyrics. Did you ever hear that song by Creedence Revival. The song goes, there's a bad moon on the rise. That one. Well, everybody thinks the words are, there's a bathroom on the right. That's a typical misconstrued song lyric that everybody gets wrong. I gotta cross this stream again. I'll let him get a drink. I'll let the little bugger get a drink while I try to step over these rocks. Whoa, 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 whoa. I made it. Ha ha! Richard made it. Siobhan showing a toilet emoji. I never knew they had a toilet emoji. Well, now I know. You learn something every day, right, son? You little bugger. You rolled in something smelly. This got all rowdy on me. But as long as he's happy, I'm happy. All right? What are some more misconstrued words, song lyrics? My friend takes a lot of prescription drugs, and they take a drug called Depakote. I think that's like it's a prescription drug. It's perfectly legal. But you ever hear that song by More Than a Feeling by Boston? More than a feeling. That one? Well, you know what? It gets real soft toward like the end. And the song lyrics go, when I'm tired and thinking cold, I hide in my music, forget the day. Okay, that part. When I'm tired and thinking low, well, my friend thought the song words were, when I'm high on Depakote. Oh boy! Now that's funny. Oh, back, I'm sure. They're gonna call, and I'm gonna have to answer. So, and that'll be any minute. Time. Shin OBSTR. Shin Buster. Are you a shin buster? I almost busted my shins trying to cross that little stream. Yeah, my muscle relaxed. Okay. Let me just shut this person up real quick. I shouldn't say that, but I'm sorry. I just got to text somebody. If I don't, then I'll get interrupted. Sorry, but I got to do this. There we go. There. Beautiful. Now I won't get interrupted anymore. Shin Buster, yo, yo, yo. I think you got water in your phone. It's definitely possible, Shin Buster. Here, check this out, Shin Buster. See that river? So it's definitely possible. I walk around in the pouring rain. Why, do I sound like I'm underwater? How you guys blooming? I'm underwater. Coming up to the rest of the fresh. I got a breath of fresh air, but I'm going back to Buster. How you doing, really, Buster? Yo, yo, yo! Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate you. Why don't you subscribe to my channel, Shin Buster? And you'll be able to watch me every day, and I'll sing songs to you. Ask Siobhan. I actually wrote Siobhan's number down. Name down so I could pronounce it right, Shin Buster. So I try to talk to my people. They're important to me. So Yeah, why don't you subscribe? That's all. I won't bore you anymore. I'm gonna dog though, if you're new to my channel. White Catahoula dog, man. Spoiled rotten. I spoil this dog. This dog's got the world by the you know what. It's happy dog. Happy. Dog's really the star of the show. I'm nobody. If it wasn't for the dog, Stale Shady wouldn't even be live streaming. My Roni is my inspiration. Where you want to go, Roni? Where are you leading me, son? Where? You know what I used to do to my old dog? I didn't say it's time to eat. I said, where's the bowl? Because he would always hide his food bowl. So the dog would get all excited. Oh my God, look what I found. Check this out. Whoa. I never knew this was here. Man, that's a hazard. Boy, if you're not paying attention, that's a well that leads down the not hell, heck. But that is some sort of, I want to get my dog away from this thing. I never knew that thing existed. Son, if you fall down that, I will not be able to get you back up. So let's get away from that before something bad happens. You guys see, whatever it is? Whoa! And there's something else right there. Boy, I tell you, you learn stuff every day. I'm finding cool things. That's a man-made structure. Whatever that thing is. No, maybe it's not man-made. But that pit was definitely man-made. Boy, glad I didn't fall in that, Siobhan. That would have stunk. You guys would have had to come rescue me. And you don't even know where I'm at to come rescue me. That might have been, I could have gotten in some trouble. It didn't happen, so everything's cool. So where was I? I don't know. I have no idea where I was. All right, son, we're going back up to the trail, mister, okay? Follow your nose, wherever it goes. The favorite fruit. Just follow your nose. There, okay. We're working our way. I'm working my way back to you, Siobhan. Na, 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 na. Working my way back. I know you guys would have had to rescue me, but everything's cool. Stale's gonna make it. Another day. Another day in paradise. Paradise by the Dashboard Light. Did you ever hear that song? By Meatloaf? Will you love me? Will you love me forever? Do you need me? Will you never leave me? Will you make me so happy for the rest of my life? Oops, here comes some bikers. Hi there, hi. Bicycle, not motorcycle, bicycles. He's pointing. Watch my dog point. See him point? He's pointing. And he's not a pointer. But he's pointing at something. He's saying, Daddy, there's something of interest over here. And he's pointing. Here, check this, right? There's train tracks up there. And train comes by like twice a week. They have like a tourism train that takes you through this Lehigh Gorge. And everybody watches that. So, man, I can't wait to go back home. And I might even live stream. I'm going to make this device called a tourbillon. I'm saying that right, tourbillon. And it's a firework that spins and it goes up in the air. It starts off on the ground and then it shoots up in the air. First it spins and it stabilizes itself. It spins like a top, and then it has two jets, two exhaust jets on the bottom of the cardboard tube, and when they light, it's already spinning and shooting off sparks, and when them two jets light, it shoots up in the air. It's a pretty complicated firework to make. It's not like making everything else. This one here you got to take the exact measurements and everything and get it right. Oh, here comes a train now. Oh no, that's just a truck. Yeah, I hear a truck. So yeah, I'm gonna make this tourbillon, and I'm real excited. I'm gonna go back to my shop and make a firework, and I might live stream. I'm gonna save the cool stuff for the weekends though, because so a lot of people can tune in. I want a lot of people to see good old Richard make his fireworks. So I'll do it over and over again. I'll be boring and do it over and over again. And then when I do make my fireworks, I emphasize safety. I really do. I the same way I learned, I emphasize the safety part of it. Because let's face it, fireworks can be dangerous if you're not careful. I mean, you're literally making explosives. I mean, that's what you're doing. It's inherently a dangerous hobby. But if you're practicing and you follow all the safety precautions, then it's pretty safe. As I make my devices, I'll explain all the safety procedures, Siobhan. And I think you'll enjoy it. I really do. And a lot of my friends ask me to make them big firecrackers like M80s and stuff like that. And I used to do it for my friends. But nowadays, you can get in trouble. Them M80s and quarter sticks and stuff like that, that's like really heavily against the law. And I don't want to break any laws. Oh, good. Thank goodness. Somebody just texted me and they're going to leave me alone so I won't get interrupted again. Yay, yay, yay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Affirmative. C. Cabiche. That's Italian for I understand. Cabiche. Yay! Siobhan says yay. I haven't seen JKL Pop. That was my very first person that I ever came across on a live stream. Their handle was JKL Pop. And I accidentally made them a moderator. And I couldn't figure it out till just a couple days ago when Clint Gage, he's another one of my subscribers, and I subscribe to his channel. He's another outdoor type of person who has a lot of interesting things to say. He showed me how to make another person a moderator. So I'm going to practice this stuff. Like what's pin mean? If you pin something, what does that mean? I have the option to pin. I think like, say you said, say Siobhan said, your dog's cute. So I'm just giving an example. I think I could pin that if I apply that pin icon, and then everybody will see that. I think that's what pin means. So I'm learning as we go along. Live and learn, right? Yo, yo, yo. Richard keeping it real. I'm coming up on an hour, but I'm staying with you till I get back to the car. And I love doing it. I normally only do an hour, but since I got a little more time and I'm going to be a few more minutes, I'm going to stay with you all. You all. My friends, my amigos, my partners, what's another word for friends? I don't know, but that's what you are. You're my friends. My amigo. My friends. My partners. Padre. My Padres. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, what are you going to do? I shaved yesterday and everything's already coming back in. Boy, I'm looking at myself here. I don't know how you guys can tolerate looking at me. Whew! All my skin's falling off and I'm all gray and bald and my teeth are missing. Oh well. I take care of myself. Then when you get old, your teeth fall out, man. Who the hell can afford a dentist? I go and get my checkups and all that stuff, but I can't afford dentures or them things where they drill into your gums and replace them. They're like $1,000 a piece, and that was 10 years ago. What are they called? Implants. I know some girl that got all implants. Boy, wouldn't that be nice? If I ever make it big on YouTube, I'm going to get a hair transplant and tooth implants, and I'll get liposuction. I don't need liposuction. I'm a skinny. I get so much exercise. I eat like a pig, and I still can't gain weight. All I do is eat and munch out all day long, but the dog's got me running around so much. That's one thing I don't have to worry about. Now, that's one thing I don't have to worry about. Got to worry about everything else, but not that. Hey, buddy. Came across some. I see that guy all the time. I get to know all these people. You get to recognize faces. As if you do stuff every day, you get to know everybody. Like, I live in a small town. Look at all them emojis Siobhan's putting out. Hamburger, hot dog, oh, tacos. I love Taco Bell, man. Don't you love Taco Bell? Boy, I wish one was close to me. I'd go there all the time. And I don't know, that last thing looks like a soda pop. And yeah. So I live in a small town, and everybody knows everybody. If I go to the Rite Aid or CVS, I know them. They know me. There's only one supermarket around here. I know every single one of them on a first name basis. I know what kind of cars they drive. I know what kind of motorcycles. I know the ones that are too young and ride their bicycles in. I know them all. I know them. I know the people at the hardware store. I know them on a first name basis. Boy, they got a cute one working there. Oh man, she's one of the prettiest girls around here. And I know everybody at the convenience store. I know them all. I can't go nowhere, and I guarantee they. Well, I can't guarantee, but they probably say nice things about me. I'm very polite where I go, and I say excuse me and thank you, and I'll hold a door if somebody's coming in. I always hold doors for somebody. If you go through life and you do things like that, if you say thank you and excuse me, and you hold doors for people, and you just say hi to them, you'd be surprised how far that'll get you guys. And that's a piece of advice I want to tell anybody who might be listening, that if you just do them simple little things, please, excuse me, thank you, hold a door for somebody, they won't forget you. And if you want to take it one step further, try to learn their names. This is what I always do when I meet somebody. I say my name. I say, hi, my name's Richard. What's your name? Because I see you a lot, and I just don't want to say yo, even though I love saying yo. But and you address people with their names, and that in itself gets people to like you. And if you want to be liked, you learn their name, and it goes a long way. It really does. And if you really want to be polite, you could say something like, you know what I really like about you? And you tell them, like, say somebody has like a nice hair, a bow in her hair, or like a nice pair of glasses or something. You could say something like, you know what I really like about you? I really like your sharp hair berets. And they'll remember you. They'll definitely remember you, and they'll think of you as a nice person. And I always try to do that with everybody. You're not going to go up to somebody and you say, oh, you know what I really like about you? They're not going to go, oh, leave me alone. They're going to want to listen. They're going to want to say, oh, wow, what do you really like about me? And I'm telling you guys, if you do that in your life, wait till you see, man, the people are they're really going to gravitate toward you. And it's going to get you really far in your life. I know it does for me. I try to learn names, and I try to compliment people. And very rarely, you're always going to get somebody that isn't thrilled with you. There's always going to be somebody that's sort of a little grouchy. Oftentimes, especially with the dog, because not everybody loves animals like we do. Not everybody loves that, especially a big dog. They're afraid, and I don't blame them. But not everybody's happy. But most people are. Mostly. Not everybody, but mostly. And if you could leave a good impression with somebody else, a little compliment here and there, wait till you see how far that takes you in your life. It'll make a big difference. And I can't make many promises, but that's one promise I can make. That if you're polite and say excuse me and thank you and hold doors and learn names and compliment people, you'll get way further in your life than you would have if you didn't. It makes a big difference. It really does. And unless you don't want to be liked, then don't do it. If you want to be a grouch and have people not like you, then don't do it. But if you want to leave a good impression on other people who you meet every day in your life, or even strangers, you do these things what I'm mentioning now, and you'll see. You won't be surprised, because it's true. I already told you, so it won't be a surprise. And it's a pleasant thing. It's absolutely pleasant, without a doubt. So what else is going on? Anybody else out there? I think it's just me and you, Siobhan, but that's all right. That's quite all right. It's perfectly fine. Me, you, and Roni. Roni the dog. Roni the dog, Siobhan. Compadres. I'm sorry, I should have read that a long time ago. Compadres. I think I did say that, Siobhan. I think I did mention that one. So, that's a good idea. Let's think of words for friends. So far, we said compadres, and we said friends, and we said amigos. What are some partner? What are some other words for the term friend? Can you think of anything? Because that's what you guys are. You guys are my friends, man. Friends are so important. At least in my life. You know, sometimes I get a little upset and I worry about things that I shouldn't. But then if I have a friend come around and we talk, all that goes away. I forget about all my worries. And it makes a big difference. It really does. Friends are where it's at. People as a whole, in general, need other people. Most of the time. Sometimes people, like, everybody needs a little solitude, but for the most part, friends is always a good thing. Remember that show, Friends? Friends, that was a great show. And that ran for the longest time. Who was that real cute girl on that one? She was in that movie. I forget her name. Really nice actress. And Friends. She was in that movie. We're the Millers. She was in a few movies. Remember the Millers? They had us go over to Mexico and drive that RV back across state lines, and they met that other family. That was a great movie. We're the Millers. And The Hangovers, those were good movies. The Hangovers, they were good movies. Know what else were funny movies, but you guys are too young for that. But I like them Harold and Kumar movies. They were funny. Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. Harold and Kumar escape from Guantanamo Bay. That was I laughed the whole time. I had to watch that movie like 5 times. I was laughing so hard. I was missing the funny parts. And there was another one. Oh, the Christmas one. And the actor that they use the same actors. I love movies where I love when they make movies and they always use the same actors, so you really get to know the cast. That Patrick dude used to be Doogie Howser. That dude, Howard and Kumar always use that same actor. Remember Doogie Howser? The young doctor. Then he grew up, and it's so funny because he was always like professional and everything, and real straight, and Doogie Howser. But when he does the Howard and Kumar movies, he's complete derelict. He's like waving shotguns around and stuff. Here, check this. Some dude's coming on a bicycle. Hello. Hi. How you doing? He's friendly. You want to pet him? Aw. I have a biscuit. You want to try to give him a biscuit? Boy, you're a nice person. That's what I mean about... I'm talking to my friends here. That's what I mean about being nice. You see what happens when you're nice to people? They come up to you and they want to talk to you. See how important that is, man? You're a fine young man. I hope you enjoy your day. You're welcome, my friend. You guys catch that, man? That's what being polite does for you. He was a friendly person. He came up to my doggy. That's how far being polite will get you. Right there. So, that was a prime example of what I was just talking about. I should have asked him his name. I only saw him once in my life, but I should have said, my name's Richard, and what's your name? And that's the way I think that's the way you should go through life, man, is being nice like that. It really goes a long way. It comes back at you tenfold. If you're nice to people, people will be nice to you. And it's just a great, great thing. It's really terrific. Well, I'm getting close to my automobile, you guys. So, I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate you all. You're very, very important to me. And I really mean that. It makes my day when I get to talk to you all. It gives me something to look forward to. I'm trying to come up with a better time to live stream because I know everybody's still in school. School's going to be out any day now. So maybe I will keep it at noon. I'm going to push it up to like maybe 1 or 2 o'clock maybe. But if I'm going to push it up later, I'll create a post letting you guys know I'm going to be late. I'm trying to be consistent for all you guys and come on like on a regular basis. And That way you could say, oh, this goofy guy live streams every day. Why don't you tune him in, you know? There's a couple of people just sitting there enjoying their day. I don't like pointing my phone at people. Here's a way I could point it at them and they won't even know it. I'm trying to do this. I don't know if I'm getting... All right, never mind. All right, come on, son. We got to split. There you go. You guys catch that? Sitting out here enjoying the weather. All right. Richard's going to go. Richard definitely got his jollies today. Always. I love you guys, man. You guys are the bomb. I love you guys, man. You guys are so great. I don't have enough words for it. There you go, mister. Get a drink of water, you little. See my Roni? That's my Roni. All right. Richard is going to go. I love all you guys. You're very important to me. Peace. Be nice. Be kind. Know that you're appreciated. You are appreciated by everybody. And I guess I'll catch up with you, if not today,